Milton and Rose Friedman were devoted to expanding educational choices for American students. Milton first proposed school vouchers back in 1955. At the time, few questioned the quality of public education. Today, its problems are more obvious, and the Friedman's efforts live on. The Friedman Foundation for Educational Choice now promotes school choice under the title EdChoice. The Friedmans garnered ample evidence that the public education system would serve Americans better if government were to give parents school vouchers rather than fund schools directly. This would introduce market discipline into what is now, in effect, a sort of government monopoly. At first, American schools were private, not government schools, and parents weren't required to send their children to them. Massachusetts was the first state to require schooling in 1852. Attendance mandates spread nationwide only in the 20th century. But the shift from private to public schools had already begun in the 1840s. Even so, financing and control of public schools remained with towns and states through most of the 20th century. Until the 1960s, there was little federal spending on K-12 education. In 1979, President Jimmy Carter established the U.S. Department of Education. Since then, the federal government has swelled its spending and expanded its control. So in sum, over 2 centuries, American primary and secondary education evolved from private and voluntary to public and compulsory. And in financing and control, it moved from local to national. Is this progress? Did government require and enable parents to do what they should do, but often would not or could not do on their own? Has quality and access to education gone up? Do public schools do what we want them to do? Is there a better way to deliver education? Milton and Rose Friedman argued that the record of public education does not match its promises, especially for the poor. Even within the same school district, the best schools tend to be the schools that serve families in upper income brackets. Poor parents are stuck with schools in their neighborhood, which tend to be worse. The price of attending a high-quality public school is often an expensive house. So why do teachers' unions and the education establishment oppose vouchers? The Friedmans contended that these groups served the self-interest of educators and well-to-do parents who have access to the best public schools, and they don't serve students, let alone the poor ones.